5.2, comparing rational numbers. Two ways of doing this, two different methods. Number one, you can compare two fractions by giving them a common denominator. All right, so you can compare two fractions by giving them a common denominator. I'll wait for y'all to catch up before I do my first example. You good? You writing all this down, Cecilia? Taylor, you got it?
Not yet.
Okay. Do what? You got it?
Yeah.
All right. So let's say we want to compare 5, 6, and 7/8. We don't know which one is bigger. So what would be a common denominator? 24. Who said that? Gabby? Okay, so 24 is a common denominator. 6 and 8 can go into 24 evenly. Do y'all see that? Okay, so now we got to get the numerators. How many times does 6 go into 24, Izzy?
4.
So then we do 4 times 5, which is what, Izzy? That's our new numerator. How many times does 8 go into 24, Michaela?
4.
3.
3. So 8 goes into 24 3 times. So 3 times 7 is what, Michaela?
21.
Very good. So which one is bigger, Whit?
The second one.
Okay, so then we write it like that. 20 over 24 is less than 21 over 24. Basically what that's saying is 5, 6 is smaller than 7, 8. Do you see what I'm saying? Any questions so far? Y'all kind of understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Emily, you have any questions? Cecilia, any questions? All right, let's move on. Does everyone have that? Okay. The other method, which I don't know why, it's just my favorite, cross multiplication. Cross multiplication can also be used to compare the size of fractions. I don't know why I like it. I just have always, I'm just not a big finding a common denominator kind of person. To me, and this is just me when I was growing up as a kid, it was like it took too many brain cells to do that. To me, cross multiplication was less brain cell usage. But everyone has their own little, method and things that they like to do, so it doesn't matter. So let's say we are going to compare 5/8 and 4/7. All right, cross multiplication. Remember the arrows always, boys and girls, make them So Emily, what is 7 times 5?
35.
And 8 times 4, Whit?
32.
Very good. So 35 is on this side and 32 is on this side. Which one's bigger? Michael? That's right. So 5 over 8 is greater than 4 over 7.
Yeah, I like this better. It's easy.
I don't know why. It was just my thing. But some people are different. Some people like to get common denominators and stuff like that. So you go with your personal preference. All right. Are there any questions about this? Okay. Does everyone have it? All right. Let's open up our books to page 190 and 191. We're jumping right in today.
Yay. How many?
You'll find out. Actually, I'm not doing a whole lot because this is kind of like self-explanatory. Oh, you want to do more?
No!
Okay, just check.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe.
I want to
Practice.
immediately.
We have 6 that we're doing.
Woo!
Let's start with 14. We're going to jump right in.
Wow.
Okay. Read the directions, Michael. Oh, no. That's not good. Yes, protect the ear, not the face. I'm just kidding. Either take your mask off or leave it on, but okay.
So use cross multiplication to compare the given fractions.
So what method do they want us to use?
Multiplication.
Cross multiplication. Boys and girls, let me tell you something. If you do not want to use cross multiplication, if you want to do like getting common denominators or something like that, you absolutely can. I want you to find the correct answer your way, okay? But right now it's saying to do cross multiplication. So we have 3/5 and 7/9. So Michael, what do I do?
Multiply the 7. I mean, the 3 and the 9.
Okay, now draw my arrows going up, right? Okay, so 9 times 3. Michael,
Oh, that's 27.
on this side, y'all better be writing this down just like this too. Cecilia, what's 5 times 7?
35.
Yeah, man. So I have 27 on this side and 35 on this side. Cecilia, which one's larger? That's right, the 35. So your answer is 3/5 is less than 7/9. Very good. Any questions about that? All right, let's do another one. 16. I have 4/7 and 24 over 42. Gabby, what do I do? Very good. And raise your hand if you have any of these. Okay, Gabby, what do you have? Very good. So, what do you get?
168.
Ah, check that out, guys. Hold on. 168 on that side, 168 on that side. So, Gabby, what would you put here? That's right, equals. So 4/7 is equal to 24 over 42. Now, there's something else that you could do.
Round down.
It's not round down. It's not called rounding down. It's called putting this in lowest terms.
Yeah.
If you can look at the fraction, say, hey, I want to put this in lowest terms, you would soon find out that 4/7 is equal to 4/7. What number can go into 24 and 42?
6.
Well, 2 can, but you'd have to keep going. So you can divide both sides by, so 24 divided by 6 is 4, 42 divided by 6 is 7. So that is another way of doing it. All right, let's keep going. Any questions?
Nope.
All right, 20. I have negative 3/4 and negative 7 over 10. Izzy, I haven't heard from you much. What do I do? And we go this way, right? So what is 10 times negative 3, Izzy? And what's 4 times negative 7, Emily?
Negative 28.
Okay, so you got to make sure you keep the negatives there, because watch what happens. Negative 30 and negative 28. Izzy, which one is bigger? The negative 28 is bigger. Very good. So then negative 3/4 is less than negative 7/10.
Even, and if it wasn't negative, it would be 3/4.
Well, yes, because it's positive. That's kind of the obvious. All right. Let's look at, are there any questions?
Nope.
Okay, let's look at 26. Okay, 26. What do the directions say, Michaela? Yeah, you're supposed to have your book out, dear. Let's see. Emily, what do the directions say?
As fractions with common denominators and compare.
Okay, this one they're saying to actually do the common denominator thing. So 1/6 is being compared to 2 over 13. So we need to find a common denominator. Can someone find a common denominator? Raise your hand when you have found it. Taylor, have you found it?
78.
Yes, 78. Very good.
How did you get that?
I just multiplied 13 by 6.
That's right. They didn't say, nowhere does this say least common, or, they just, or whatever. If you multiply the two together, you get a common denominator.
It doesn't have to be the least common?
No. Like this one would be 40. 4 times 10.
4 could be.
Yeah, this one, 5 times 9, a common denominator would be 45. So if that's like a little trick. If you multiply the two, you will always have your common denominator. Okay, so Taylor, how many times does 6 go into 78?
13.
So 13 times 1.
13.
And how many times does 13 go into 78?
6.
And 6 times 2 is?
12.
How did we get 13?
6 goes in, look. 6 goes into 78 13 times. So 13 times 1 is 13. 13, look. 13 goes into 78 6 times. So 6 times 2 is 12. It's the same as when you're adding and subtracting fractions. Okay, so Whit, which one is the bigger one?
The second one, 12 and, or no, the first one.
That's right. So then 1/6 is bigger than 2 over 13. Very good. Let's look at 28. Are there any questions, by the way? All right, 28 is negative 17 over 3 and negative 23 over 4. We're going to need to get common denominators. So, Michaela, what would be a common denominator?
12.
Very good. See, isn't that easy when you just multiply the two? All right, so what would be my new numerator? How many times 3 go into 12, Michaela?
4. Negative 4.
No. 3 goes into 12 just 4 times. So 4 times negative 17. Anyone want to help her out? 60 what?
Negative 69. 68. Negative 69.
4 times 7 is...
Oh, I thought you were talking about
Wait, the entire fraction was negative.
Guys, 4 times negative 17. It's okay.
The entire fraction.
I have to tell you, I have it all worked out right here from last year, and I was sitting there thinking maybe I did something wrong here.
Isn't the entire fraction negative?
I guess I heard you. No.
Well, yes, it is right here. Okay,
The one number is
but the negative sign tends to follow the numerator. Okay, so how many times 4 go into 12, Michaela?
3 times.
So then 3 times negative 23 is what, Gabby? Negative 69. Okay, so Gabby, which one is greater? What?
Negative 69. Oh wait, negative 68 over 12.
Okay, be careful. Negative 68 is greater than negative 69, guys. So negative 17 over 3 is greater than negative 23 over 4. Be careful. Picture that number line in y'all's heads. When you're dealing negative numbers, it gets kind of squirrely.
Score?
Negative 68 is greater than negative 69. Okay, does everyone have that down?
Maybe. Yeah.
Gabby, you're cracking me up. I see that. I see that.
I didn't sleep at all.
All right, shh. We don't need to talk about who got sleep. All right, so let's look at 34. Ooh, yes. This is the last one we'll do.
Yay.
Okay, 34. Emily, read the directions.
Order the following lists of rational numbers from least to greatest.
Wait, from what?
Least to greatest.
Say that again.
Least to greatest.
One more time.
Least to greatest.
Do you know what kids always forget to do?
Greatest to least.
Well, they forget to do least to greatest. They'll do greatest to least or something. So whenever you have instructions that are that specific, I would underline them, highlight them, put a star, circle, something so that you don't forget to do that, because I will take off for not following directions. If you order it, even on a test, the wrong direction, I have to take off. So whenever you have directions like that, you need to, like I said, underline it, highlight it, something so you don't forget. So 34, we have 5 over 9, 2 over 3, 4 over 5, 6 over 5, and 10 over 9. Now, when you have all of these multiple fractions, it's going to be difficult to do a bunch of cross multiplication, isn't it? That would be very difficult. So let's try to find a common denominator. Michaela, do you know of a common denominator?
For all of them?
Yeah.
45.
Yes. Actually, yes. Very good. 45 is a common denominator. All of those numbers, 9, 3, and 5, can go into 45 evenly. Very good. So, Michaela, what would this new numerator be?
9.
No. How many times does 9 go into 45?
Oh, 5. I did 5 going into
Okay, so how many times does 9 go into 45? 5. So 5 times 5 is?
25.
All right, so why don't you do this next one? What would this new numerator be? Very good. Izzy, what would this new numerator be? Close.
I don't know.
No, yes you do. How many times? How many times does 5 go into 45? All right, so 9 times 4. Izzy?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. What's 9 times 2?
It's
What?
18.
What's 9 times 3? No.
So I don't. 27.
What is 9 times 4 then? Just take 27 and add 9 to it. Yes, very good.
I have a little rule for multiplying by 9.
Okay, share it in just a minute.
Alright.
All right, so let's see. Emily, what is this new numerator?
54.
Very good. And Michael, what is this new numerator?
50.
Very good. All right, so which one? It said do it from least to greatest. Least to greatest. Least to greatest. So, Emily, which one is the least?
5 9.
Very good. This one right here is the smallest. So, we're going to write it first. Which one is the next smallest? Izzy?
Uh, 2,
2 over 3, okay? And which one's the next one, Cecilia? Very good. This one's the next one. Michaela, which is the next one?
10 over 9.
Very good. And then, of course, 6 over 5 is our last one. Now, this is how you will write it. So you better write this down in your spiral. 5 over 9 is less than 2 over 3, which is less than 4 over 5, which is less than 10 over 9, which is less than 6 over 5. There you go. That is your grand answer. For homework, you will do page 190 to 191, and you will do 1, 2, 3. All right. Numbers 15 through 29 odd and 39 to 45 odd. These are due Wednesday. You will have a quiz Friday. I will have a sub on Friday, by the way. I know that the sub is coming on Friday, but you will have a quiz. And your IXL, I'm going to go ahead and have it due, Friday.
I was like, you're changing due date.
I was, but I'm not going to now
Oh.
because it's not that bad. And y'all need to
Aw.
practice.
I
All
want you-
right.
I want you to change it to Wednesday. No,
No.